Ever wondered if monkeys actually understand human language? This question has sparked curiosity and intrigue for years. Our fascination with animal intelligence and communication is timeless, isn't it? The idea of having a chit-chat with a chimpanzee or a baboon does sound quite fascinating. Various studies have been conducted on primate language comprehension, some with compelling findings. Does this mean we can finally have a heart-to-heart with our primate pals? Well, hold on to your hats, folks. Let's dive into our countdown to uncover the truth. Reaching number 10, we start with the basics of primate communication. The fascinating world of our closest relatives is filled with complex interactions not unlike our own. Primates utilize a variety of methods to communicate, including vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions. Let's take vocalizations, for example. From the high-pitched whistles of the tamarin monkey to the low, grumbling hoots of the gorilla, each primate species has its unique vocal language. Then there are gestures. A chimpanzee might drum on a tree trunk to assert dominance, or a bonobo could extend a hand in a request for grooming. And let's not forget facial expressions. A wide-eyed stare can signal surprise or intimidation, while a barred-teeth grin often indicates submission or fear. These communication methods are crucial for survival and social interaction within primate groups, and they bear striking similarities to the components of human language. But how close does this get to human language? At number 9, let's explore the power of sign language. Over the years, scientists have embarked on ambitious projects to teach primates our language, using signs as a medium of communication. The results? Astounding. Take Coco the gorilla, for instance. Coco was not just taught sign language, but she was able to use it to express thoughts and feelings, constructing complex sentences and showing a grasp of abstract concepts. Coco's success story is not an isolated case. Many other primates have also shown a surprising aptitude for sign language, breaking down the communication barrier between humans and our closest genetic relatives. These studies have led us to question the very nature of language and cognition. We've seen that primates can learn to communicate using our language, but the intriguing question remains: do they truly comprehend the semantics, the syntax, the nuance? So they can learn our language, but do they understand it? Number 8 brings us to the big question: comprehension. We've seen how primates can mimic human sign language, but does this mean they truly understand it? Or are they merely repeating patterns they've learned to associate with rewards? This is where the line between mimicking and understanding becomes blurred. Numerous studies have been conducted to explore this very question. Some researchers have found that monkeys can indeed grasp the meaning of certain words and phrases, while others argue that their responses are more about learned behavior than genuine comprehension. For instance, a monkey may sign banana not because it understands the concept of a banana, but because it knows that this sign will lead to a tasty reward. However, other studies suggest that monkeys can understand more complex concepts like want or need. It seems they might understand more than we thought. At 7, we delve into the monkey see, monkey do theory. It's a concept that suggests monkeys merely replicate human behaviors, devoid of comprehending their significance. They see us doing something, they mimic it. Simple as that, right? Well, not necessarily. Several studies have been conducted to test this theory. Some findings indicate that monkeys' mimicry might be a mere surface-level imitation, lacking any deeper understanding of the actions they're copying. However, other research contradicts this idea. These studies argue that monkeys may in fact grasp the implications of the behaviors they're replicating, suggesting a level of cognitive complexity previously unattributed to our primate cousins. The monkey see, monkey do theory is a captivating one, but it's clear that the jury's still out. This leaves us with a tantalizing question dangling in the air, one that keeps researchers up at night. So, are they just excellent imitators, or is there more to it? Number 6 brings us to the ambiguity of monkey talk. When we consider primate communication, it's essential to understand that it isn't as clear-cut as human language. Monkey vocalizations and gestures are complex, multifaceted, and yes, ambiguous. Each sound, each movement carries a plethora of meanings dependent on context, relationship between the individuals, and even the time of day. Contrast this with the precision of human language. We have specific words for specific things and actions. The word apple always denotes the fruit, whether it's morning or evening, whether you're speaking to a friend or a stranger. But in the world of monkeys, a specific vocalization could mean danger in one context and food in another. This ambiguity doesn't make their communication less significant. On the contrary, it adds layers of complexity that we, as humans, are still striving to fully understand. Their language is not as straightforward as ours, but that doesn't mean they don't understand ours. At number 5, we examine the limitations of monkey language. While monkeys can express a variety of emotions and needs through their unique vocalizations, their language lacks the complexity and structure of human language. This means there's an absence of syntax and grammar, key components that give human language its depth and dynamism. In human language, the order of words can completely change the meaning of a sentence. For example, the cat chased the mouse and the mouse chased the cat have two very different meanings. However, in monkey language there's no such thing as sentence structure. All their vocalizations are standalone, and their meanings are derived purely from context and tone. Moreover, monkeys don't possess the capability to generate endless new sentences or ideas, a feature that's inherent to human language. Their communication is more about expressing immediate needs or reactions to the environment. But here's the twist. These limitations don't necessarily limit their understanding of our language. Number 4 brings us to the emotional connection. Now this is where things get interesting. It's not just about words and signs. Monkeys can pick up on our emotions and intentions through vocal tone and body language. Yes, you heard that right. They have a keen sense of identifying human emotions, much like our beloved pet dogs. It's been observed that they respond differently to various emotional states. A threatening tone or posture can trigger a defensive reaction, while a friendly demeanor can evoke a more relaxed response. What's more, monkeys even mirror the emotions they perceive, showing empathy. If you're happy, they could be playful. If you're sad, they might exhibit signs of concern. This emotional intelligence goes beyond mere mimicry. It's about understanding and reacting appropriately, bringing us a step closer to the question of whether they understand our language. Their emotional intelligence might be a key to their language comprehension. At 3, we explore the influence of environment. Picture a monkey, not in the wild, but in a human-like setting. How does this new environment affect its ability to understand human language? Well, studies show that environmental factors can have a significant impact. Monkeys raised in more human-like environments, surrounded by human interactions and communication, tend to demonstrate a higher understanding of our language. They pick up on social cues and patterns, and even begin to decipher the meaning behind certain words and gestures. This isn't to say they become fluent in English or any other human language, but they do develop a basic understanding. The environment, it seems, provides a sort of immersive language course for these primates. It gives them a context in which to place the words and signals they're learning. So while their comprehension might not be deep, their surroundings might play a bigger role than we think. Finally, at number 1, we arrive at the verdict. The question we've been grappling with is no simple one. Do monkeys truly understand human language? We've traversed a jungle of theories and studies, each offering a unique perspective on this intriguing conundrum. Let's briefly revisit our journey. We started with the basics of primate communication, learning that monkeys, like us, use a variety of vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions to communicate. We then explored the power of sign language, an area where certain primates, particularly apes, have shown remarkable proficiency. Then we contemplated the monkey see, monkey do theory, questioning if mimicry equates to understanding. We delved into the ambiguity of monkey talk, realizing that their communication, while sophisticated, doesn't parallel the complexity of human language. We acknowledged the limitations of monkey language, recognizing that they lack the syntax and grammar that give our words order and meaning. We also considered the emotional connection, noting that monkeys can understand and respond to the emotions conveyed in our speech. And lastly, we pondered the influence of environment, a factor that undeniably shapes a monkey's ability to interact with humans. So, where does this leave us? The current scientific consensus remains somewhat divided. While some studies suggest monkeys can understand certain aspects of human language, others argue their comprehension is limited to simple commands or emotional cues. They might not grasp our words in the way we do, but they certainly exhibit a level of understanding that goes beyond mere mimicry. Ultimately, our exploration has revealed the remarkable intricacy of monkey communication. It's a world rich in nuance and sophistication, a testament to the cognitive abilities of these fascinating creatures. While the jury is still out, one thing is clear: the world of monkey communication is far more complex than we might have imagined.